Hello students, my name is Shashaf and today we'll be understanding the data entry of the Excel. So whenever we understand what's the data entry is simply writing on a piece of paper or just writing down our data. So the same case similar to that whenever you basically whenever you open Excel, the default active window would be the A1. So whenever the A1 is selected, so currently if you have just selected the A1, so whenever you see at the very bottom it should be in a ready mode. That ready mode indicates that it's an active cell and we can modify that cell, and Excel is ready to modify. So whenever I start typing anything you can see that it's automatically changes from ready mode to an enter mode. So basically this Excel tool has been generally used by many of the companies and the large company basically generally uses the advanced databases, but small companies usually uses the Excel sheets and Excel in order to perform all the data entry and data analysis and much more. So we can generally take an idea of any company and apply to it. So we are taking a dummy company which is named as SkyMart. So this I just made up the name. So this is a SkyMart company, and this is a wholesale. It sells from it buys from the wholesaler and sells to the retailer, earns the commission, all the stuff. It needs to store the data and everything, and this is usually sells books. So whenever we see this, I can just name of the book and the author. So as soon as I do that, we can just start typing. As soon as I select any of the cells, I can go and move around. So before or that, we need to understand that how I was moving all over the places. So as soon as I just click on the specific cell, we can see it's selected as a A5. I will start writing the name. Just making up the name is skipping the name. So Hall of Fame. I'm just writing the different names. So currently, as you see, currently the entire data has been written in the cell, but however, it's not saved in the cell. In order to save in the cell, you need to press enter. So as soon as you press enter, it will again go back into the ready mode, as you can see at the very bottom. And that then the whole entire thing what you have written in the cell is saved. So basically, I can just write the data is stored and so on. However, it looks like my cell has been going over, is overlapping the other cell, and it looks like it's getting merged. However, it's not the case. I will be talk about that later in this video. Yeah, as soon as I press enter, you can see I'm going to the next cell and writing again. However, I can also press escape key in order to delete the specific cell and start writing all over again. So I just pressed the escape, so everything was deleted for this particular cell I was writing in at that moment. So which means that it did not save because I did not press the enter button. So press enter to save. So it's just saved it. Now, whenever you see that each cell will always have its data inside it unless and until you remove it after you saved it. So whenever you select the cell B5, we can easily still type in. So I will just type the author name, author 1. However, when you see this, did our text vanished or what? No, that's not the case. Basically, yeah, the data is still stored in the specific cell. It's just in the cell and it's not overlapped. So I will just keep writing author 2, author 3, author 4. Right. So whenever you see this, now how should I make my how should I clean my data in such a way I can see or visualize everything? There are three main methods. You can either go on the between the columns, and whenever at very between, you can see that your mouse will change with this cursor. So as soon as you click on the cursor, you will see right click on the cursor using your mouse. You will see format cells, and underneath the format cells there is a column width. As soon as I click on the column width, it basically for my version is default is 8.11 is the column width. I can change it to 9 and just press enter. Whatever I change, the size of the cell will increase, decrease, and so on. Similarly, the same stuff with the whenever you hover over the between the two rows, you can see the cursor changing. Right click using your mouse, you can see underneath the format cell you will see a row height. So as soon as you see row height, basically the row height has been default version for my Excel is 14.4. So and you can just change it to 16 and press enter. So when you see the height increase compared to the other cells, so however we need to understand it does not changes to specific cell, you can also changes to the entire different rows of cells. So whatever is number of cells you select, it just changes the height of the specific cells. Now we will understand that what happened to this for specific, like how can I still see more, what are the most easiest way to understand, in order to see view our data. So either we can do is go in between again and just click on it and just drag the column as far as I could. So I'm just keep dragging it, I'm dragging it. So now you can see I'm now able to see the Hall of Frame. But what about the other two are still not quite visible. So there is an easy method. This is the third method, which is just again hover over and double click on the specific whenever your cursor changes to the specific uh, cursor. So when you just double click on it, it will adjust to the based on your uh, data and automatically adjusted. When you see this automatically adjusted it. Similar for this, whenever you for the rows, whenever you double click on it, it will adjust the size of the cells based on the data you already have. So this is the general data entry, yeah, understand basics. And whenever now understanding is now other thing is basically, if I have to write millions of authors, millions of different data I need to type, usually sometimes it's been tedious using mouse, clicking all over the different places, different cells. Usually we need to understand that there is another easier way to navigate through the entire or different cells in the worksheet using our keyboard. So that will be understanding in our next video of keyboard navigation. I hope you understand the basics of data entry. Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good one.